We're back with the great Bo Bassett, multiple time Super 32 champ. Bo, thanks for joining us.
Yes, thanks for having me. I love coming on and getting to talk wrestling. It's what I love to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. So where are you over there? You don't look like you're at home.
Yeah, no. So I'm actually in my dorm room here. I'm at the Olympic Training Center. I wrestled Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday morning we got up around 3 a.m. Jax Forrest, Sam Herring, Melvin Miller, and I. Jax Forrest, Melvin Miller won Super 32. Sam Herring placed really high. We headed out here to the Olympic Training Center, and I'm here for the week working with, some of the best in the world. My partner today was Spencer Lee. Some amazing opportunities out here, but currently I'm at the Olympic Training Center.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Who else? You said there was a whole bunch of guys who were over there. You said Suriano's there too?
Yeah, so I guess I'll try to run through some of the partners. There's a few developmental guys, right? Jax Forrest, Ben Davino is here. Guys like that are really high level, and basically they're trying to develop us for the future. But some of the guys that are here, senior level, Nick Suriano's here, Spencer Lee is here, Zane Richards is here, Berger's here, Ironman's here. Probably going to forget people, but there's a ton of guys that are around my weight, maybe a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit smaller. And I'm getting some great partners. Coach Esposito and Coach Bill Zadek are coaching out here. And we're just developing, getting better, and trying to get ready for the future, compete for Team USA.
That's awesome. Not wasting any time.
No.
Talk about the weekend. Your brother doing really well. Go through it.
Yeah, so my weekend was great. Obviously, I had a really good summer, really great summer. I wrestled 113 last year, and this year obviously I'm up in 132, possibly gonna go higher for the season. And so I think that going through this summer was something that I really had to bunker down mentally, right? It's an adjustment to go up one weight, let alone 3 or 4. And so I really had to put in a lot of work in the weight room. So I was able to have that confidence to go out on the mat, but I put in a lot of hours in the gym, a lot of hours just in the wrestling room learning. I didn't compete too much this summer. After the World Team Trials, I went all in on getting bigger, stronger, and just being the best wrestler that I can. I had a lot of great training opportunities, and it was a great summer. So Super 32 was really the big thing, the first big tournament up at this weight, and I felt great. I really did. I think, better up higher than I did ever wrestling, competing at 113 or 120 down low. I think that the bigger, the better for me. And I felt good. Day one was great. I had 5 matches, which isn't too much really compared to the training we do at home. But 5 matches for other people, that's a lot. And so I was loving it. Later in the day, I felt like I just kept wrestling better. And 5-0 on the first day. Obviously, you wrestled to the quarterfinals. And then I wasn't looking past my quarterfinal match. I had Adrian Meza, who's really tough. He's dangerous. He's beaten some really high-level guys. And I was thinking about that match. I was ready to go for the quarters, wrestled him, and then I had his teammate, Larkin, who, again, dude's a USA World Teamer. He wrestled in Who's Number One. He's won Fargo. He's done a lot of really good things. So that was someone I couldn't overlook him either. Took it one match at a time, wrestled Larkin, obviously won that match. And then the finals, I expected to wrestle Davino. He got upset. And so I ended up wrestling Vega. And, I was ready to go for anything. But again, I took it one match at a time because I feel like if I thought I was going to have someone later in the tournament, you're not thinking about the guy ahead of you. So that was something that was really important to me. And I feel like I'm one of those guys. Later in the tournament, I wrestle better. Every match, I feel like I gain momentum. And it was a great tournament overall. And really, I was just focused on scoring points. That's what I'm going out there to do. But overall, Super 32 is one of them tournaments. You got to be ready to go. And you never know what's going to happen. Obviously, seeing a lot of upsets. So coming in as a 3 seed, I knew I had a game, and it was fun. It was a fun tournament.
That's awesome. And talk about your brother's performance.
Keegan looked great. Keegan is in junior high. He'll be wrestling high school next year. He was a little too small to bump up as an 8th grader for 106, although I think he would have done well. Just too small. He wrestled 85 in middle school, so 106 is a big jump. So he wrestled great though. He scores points, man. He has a fun style. He wrestles a little bit different from me and from Jackson and some of our top guys. So, I love it. I love trying to help him as much as I can, and to see him have success and there's nothing like it, man. I get more nervous and more excited for him than I do for my own matches. And to see him bring it home was great. And then Melvin Miller's living with me. He's been with me for over a year now. And dude's a phenom. He's a freshman. And he won 144 pounds or something, super high weight. And I mean, I'm so proud of him. Like, freshman winning that weight, knocking off. He had to go through the 8 seed and he had to go through the 1 seed and beat a lot of guys that no one gave him a chance to. And so to see him do that, it just shows that hard work pays off. So I'm really excited for both my brothers, and the team looked great. We really had probably the best weekend as far as a club that we've ever had. So yeah, things are going good, and we're going to use this as motivation, right? We're going to keep positive momentum coming off of this, and I think that this is really good. This should elevate us, going into the next season and forever, really.
Absolutely. Hard work paying off. And talk about how you said your brother's different style, that a lot of times you see brothers have different style and even a different temperament in terms of how they get themselves ready, where they need to be to get themselves to their personal optimal point. Talk about that a little bit. You find you and your brother more similar, more different with that?
Yeah, I think that Keegan is one of those guys, he gets fired up pretty quick. I mean, really in anything. If we're playing a game, he's really competitive, right? He's going to get fired up. I'm more relaxed, and I have to almost like get myself fired up to go out on the mat. Him, I mean, he's ready to go. He can turn it on and off. And so for him, he goes out and he's ready. Like, he's trying to rip your head off. I'm more relaxed, and I don't want to say I'm nice on the mat, but I have to like kind of get mean, kind of like, put it into perspective. Like, this guy's trying to take what I want, right? He's trying to take my dream. And so that's when I got to kind of get that edge. And Keegan, he just goes out there and tears dudes apart, but he's more of an aggressive guy without any adjustments, without, it's just instinct for him. But I think as far as styles, he shoots different attacks and different shots. And he has a couple slick things that I don't have. And so I can still learn from him. And obviously he learns from me as well. And, I think that Keegan's one of those dudes that, that's going to benefit him, being able to turn it on and off and just go out there and not care and just, really just rip someone apart. And yeah, he's the man for that. And it's going to help him in the long run for sure.
The time is now to take your mindset to the next level with Wrestling Mindset. Make sure you go to our website, wrestlingmindset.com, and sign up for your free trial session today. Don't wait any longer. You want the mental edge right now. When you sign up for the free trial session, you're also going to get a copy of our free ebook, Building the Predator Mindset. This book has helped thousands of people build confidence, relax under pressure, get motivated, and build mental toughness in wrestling, school, and life. Make sure you sign up for your free trial session today. Excellent. Talk about your mental preparation right before a match. We'll talk about it like leading up to a tournament, like maybe a few days leading up to a tournament. And then next, what are you thinking right before you're stepping out there, like the 15 minutes before you step out there? So a few days before and then right before.
Yeah, well, leading into it, my dad is preaching to us about all the hard work we put in. We have to have confidence when we go out there, and we know that. And so the week going into it, we're thinking about it a lot. Right, we're not putting too much pressure on ourselves. Like, oh, this is Super 32. We have to go win this. Like, it's do or die type stuff. Like, it's not like that. It's another tournament. But we're going in there with supreme confidence. Like, we're ready to go. We train harder than anyone did. We've had training camps. I mean, this summer was remarkable, and we're ready to do this. And that's what we're putting in our mind. We're one of those teams. We don't look at seeds. We normally have high seeded guys. And this time I think we only had like 1 or 2 1 seeds. So it was kind of different in that perspective. The target wasn't on our back as much. And so for me coming in as the 3 seed, I love that. I mean, I don't look at seeds, but you hear, it's almost impossible not to hear what you are. And so, I love being the underdog. And so for this week, I treat it as like, I'm going to go prove everyone wrong. I got confidence that I can beat any of these guys. And I worked harder than any of these guys. So that's what it was leading into this week. I think just building that confidence up and just going to have fun. It's a game. It's a game. It's another tournament. We're going to wrestle in way bigger tournaments in our career. So it's all just practice and just have fun, score points. That's the mindset going in. That's the message that my dad tries to give to us going in. I think that's what it was for me, at least. And then leading into a match, 15 minutes, when you're on deck, when you're in the hole type deal, for me, there's the 3 things that I always say. And then I always go with machine gun mindset. That's my thing. That's always been my tagline. I'll use it till the day I'm done wrestling. Machine gun mindset. I'm taking more attacks than you are, and I'm coming at a higher pace than you are, right? You got to kind of elevate to my pace. And a lot of guys are probably defeated or scared before they go out on the mat because they know that we're going to deep waters no matter what. You could be beating me 7-0, but like, dude, you're going to be dead tired, and it's a long match. It doesn't matter, right? So I'm always going to be coming after you. And I feel like with a mindset like that, I always have a chance. Doesn't matter. And then the other things that I say as well is nobody outworks me, right? I truly believe that nobody outworks us. We're the hardest working group in the world. I think that when you have confidence that you work harder than the guy, that's a big advantage towards you. And then the last one is sprint the mile. It goes along with machine gun mindset. Sprint the mile, right? If you're going to run a mile race compared to a match, we want to sprint the whole thing. That's the goal. If you can sprint the whole entire match, the whole entire mile, you're going to be better off, right? You're going to be in a good spot. So sprint the mile, machine gun mindset, and nobody outworks me is the three that I say. And then I always pray. I mean, that's something that I've always done, but I've done it a lot more lately. I know with God in my corner, I can beat anyone across the mat. It doesn't matter who it is. And, I know that anything's possible. So I think that I'm just focused on those three things. I pray, and I'm just going out there to score points. I'm not worried about winning or losing. If I can score 11 plus points every match, it's going to be tough to beat a guy like that, right? Because you're going to have to do a lot of scoring. So scoring points and just having fun, man. This is what we love.
Right. No, I love it. I love how you keep it simple. You narrow it down to three things rather than having so many different thoughts going on in your head. You get pulled in all different directions.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Keep it simple, right? You don't want to think about so many different things. You get nervous then, and negative thoughts start coming to your mind. So when I'm thinking about just those three things, keeping it simple before a match, I'm in a good spot.
Awesome. What are maybe one or 2 points that you've taken from just being at the Olympic Training Center? Just even today, right? Like what are maybe 1 or 2 things?
So it's been unbelievable. Some of my partners that I've been able to wrestle, and I guess that I have lined up. So I wrestled Lilladall yesterday, who's multiple time. I mean, won worlds. He's placed like at least 3 medals, I'm pretty sure. So he's a stud, and it's good to learn from someone like that, right? We're around the same age and stuff, but I'm always learning. I mean, I said earlier, I can learn from my brother who's, 2.5 years younger. It doesn't matter. I'm always trying to learn. So I got to wrestle with him, and then I got to wrestle with Spencer after practice that day. That was yesterday. And then today I had some great partners as well. I wrestled with Ironman from Iowa, who, I mean, he was a stud in college, and now he's going to be wrestling his freestyle career. So excited to see what he does there. He's more of a funky guy. So I learned a lot from him as far as that. And then, I got to wrestle. He's been my idol since I was young, Spencer Lee. That's always been my guy. I learned so much from him mentally, through technique, off the mat type of stuff. And so to be able to I'm his size now, if not bigger, and I'm old, I'm mature, and I can learn from him and talk to him on a pretty high level. And so to be able to pick his brain was unbelievable. I wrote so many notes down, and I think some things that I take from being here at the Olympic Training Center, though, is these guys love it, right? They're coming here away from their families, these senior level guys, and they're sacrificing a lot. They don't have to be here, but they come here and they're positive always. They always have a smile on their face. And so I think that it just shows me that you got to love it, right? If you're going to do this, and you really want to go all in, you got to love it. And then I think the other thing is how important that these guys, how, I guess, much of a priority they take into recovery. They take it seriously. After every practice, they're in the sauna, in the ice bath, rolling out with foam balls and all that type of stuff. So I think that it's important to take recovery in consideration and just love the sport. They love being here. They love learning from each other, and they're willing to learn from each other, no matter how old or young. Spencer's asking me stuff like, that's crazy. He's my idol, and he's asking me little things, what I do on my tilt or what I do from, a certain position. And obviously I'm doing a lot more of the brain picking and asking questions. So I learned a lot so far. I'm only 2 days in. I got a full week. And some of the partners I got lined up, I'm wrestling Aiden Valencia, Zane Richards, Coach Zoe from France. I'm probably going to wrestle Coach Esposito, maybe Alex Marinelli. So those are some of the guys that I'm going to be wrestling, and I can't wait.
That's awesome. Great stuff. And then what do you have when you come back? What's the next thing?
Yeah, so I'm coming back this weekend. Going to get some training. And I know I'm doing college opens. I don't know what the dates are. So I may be competing next week at a college open. It may be in 2 weeks. I'm not really sure. I've been trying to get bigger, so I don't have to worry about weight, which is a lot more important than I realized. Not worrying about it, just worrying about developing. That was pretty big for me this summer. And so I don't really have to worry about it. I'll probably go 133 pounds. I'm right around there. And I'm just going to keep developing, wrestling 3 college opens next month. So that'll be fun. Put my hat in there. I got nothing to lose. When you have nothing to lose, you're dangerous. So I'm pretty excited for that. Try to knock off some D1 starters, maybe some D1 All-Americans, guys that are ranked. I don't know. Why not? Why can't I do that? Why not me? So I'm pretty excited for that. And, if not, I'll just keep learning, developing. And, I know I'm going to be putting everything on the line. I got nothing to lose. I'm excited for it. So I'm doing that. And then obviously we got the season. We're finally back as far as duels and be able to wrestle the postseason in Pennsylvania. So it's going to be a great year. The team spread out. At one point we had 4 guys ranked at the same weight, but we've done a good job of spreading everyone out, getting bigger. Some guys are staying low, and we're going to end up having almost a full team, and shouldn't be any wrestle offs. There should be all pretty much everyone should have a spot in the lineup, and it's going to be a fun year. It's going to be a fun year.
Awesome, Bo. Great stuff. You make interviewing easy. You're saying all the right things. Your head's in the right place. Keep growing. I love how you said that you taking notes. I want to make that point for everyone who's watching, that you got to be taking notes. You got to be writing things down. Otherwise you forget it. I mean, how many wrestling camps I've been to, if I took notes, I remembered it. If I didn't take notes, I didn't remember. Very simple. And like you said also, that sometimes it's the technical things you're learning from the guys. Other things, it's lifestyle, their approach, and just really soaking it all up. So that's great. Keep up the great work, Bo. And give your best to give my best to your family and all Wrestling Mindset. So how do people get more on board with Team Bassett? Who are we following? What pages are we going to? Where can we buy the merchandise? What do we do?
Yeah, absolutely. This is big. So this is something that I've always been really big into, was like getting my name out there and trying to, I don't know, just be inspirational for the next generation, be a role model. And that's what I try to do. I'm always positive and trying to say the right things. But as far as where you can follow me, I'm on everything. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. I'm everywhere, right? Normally, just my name, Bo Bassett. On Twitter, I think it's like Bo Bassett 06. But I have shirts available at Rudis, so that's pretty cool. Stuff like that. I'm constantly putting videos out there for everybody. Just little tips, things that I'm learning, and trying to make positive impact. Trying to be a role model like the guys were for me when I was young. So that's where you can follow me. And I'm gonna keep dropping stuff. You know, I think some people at first thought it was weird and maybe probably made fun of it and stuff, but I think that it's pretty positive, and guys are really, really taking to it. I get DMs all the time of people that have bought into it and they're loving it. And so I'm going to keep doing it for those people. I know that I had great role models, so I'm trying to be that for other people. And yeah, I love it. So you can find me there, hit me up. I'm always, answering stuff and answering DMs, and, I just love helping others.
Awesome, Bo. You're the man. Keep up the great work. However we can help you promote or get the word out, just let us know. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you. Appreciate it.